75 years ago, Pittsburgh wrote the book on civil leadership and public-private partnership driving 2 generations of regional transformation. Today, we're on the eve of our next 75, and we're inviting today's and tomorrow's leaders to gather for a future-focused summit, June 27th in downtown Pittsburgh. It's free, but you do have to register to get an invitation. Visit ournext75.org to find out more. Our Next 75 is an initiative of the Allegheny Conference. ournext75.org.
All right, you're asking for it, so here it is.
Epicast.
Listen to this.
I want you fucking laughing at we partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, swinging, all that shit, dog. Sweating, getting wet,
Rolling.
all that.
All right. Welcome to the 215th episode of the Drinking Partners Podcast. Yes, this is our Carmelo Anthony episode because we're star players looking for a team, and we feel like we got a winning team in the building. Somebody sign Carmelo and let this man get a championship. We need him off out of the stands and on the sideline to get a ring. I feel like it's a tragedy that Melo's not going to win. I feel like it's terrible that he's not signed to anyone. Like the Cavs didn't even offer a contract. Like as a Cleveland fan, I feel like we could have.
He didn't even sign to a marriage anymore either.
Yeah,
Man,
that hurt too. That hurt because then she was naked on Power, and it was like, damn, she's really out of this marriage. Like, will your woman leave you and she get naked on television?
Like she ain't even get her hair. Like change up the knit. She just went straight to the
titties.
Yeah,
and we were so appreciative of that. I feel like that made an episode of Drinking Partners where we just talked about Lala's titties because it was like big news, man.
Yeah, it was. I didn't even know her and the whole situation or whatever. But I woke up, it was on my timeline, and I've never seen a bad titty, so it's just never been. There's never been a day I was just like,
There's a titty that's come in third place, but it got on the podium. It got on the podium.
Yeah, I was never mad. I was never offended. Like, how dare you expose me to this titty? You know what I mean? So shout out to Lala.
It's a terrible way to start a podcast. If we've offended anyone, fuck it. I'm happy host of Tandem Ed Bailey. I'm joined as always with my co-host Dave Bracey. Say what up to the people.
What's good with you people? We are the Drinking Partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Google Play, and Spotify under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. 215 episodes, man. We've been asking y'all, and we will continue to ask you, man. Please hop on iTunes, rate and review.
Hyped up day.
Man,
I like it.
Listen, man. That's
hyped up day.
That's how we know what we're doing well. That's how we let others know that we're doing well. And that's how we continue to do well, man. So please hop on iTunes. Hop on Facebook, man. Rate and review.
Hop on the internet. All right, listen, you love us. You see us in public. You tell us you love us. Now, at the click of a button, please tell the internet. Please tell the world. Tell everybody. Just tell something. Say something, man. Just click. Let us know what you liked about the last episode you listened to. Let us know what you liked about any guest, anything. Just tell us something. Give us some feedback.
You don't like too. Yeah, I mean, holla at us.
Tell him the shit you don't like.
Shit.
I don't want to hear it.
We be on the Twitters. I don't know if you heard that whole rundown or whatever. We all on the Twitters and shit. Holla at us there too.
But listen, if you don't like to rate and review, if you're not a Yelp or anything like that, in lieu of rates and reviews, and 214 times we said it, we'll say it again. This 215th time, in lieu of rates and reviews, we do accept shots of Hennessy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Car Guy DJ and the Conways for starting the trend. Shout out to everybody who's kept it going. Shout out to our guests who have furthered this trend of sorts because we're looking at a bevy of beverages. I'm excited. Y'all brought Happy Day out, so this is good. We got Happy Day in the building. He's excited. Like, y'all don't understand, the listeners. He walked in and is immediately asking for a glass. So this is gonna be good.
Bucket. It's a bucket day.
It's a bucket day.
Looking forward to that. But I mean, if you're also before we get in, we got to get the business out of the way. June 29th. Down at Comptra Theater, if you're looking for us, man, we will be down there. We got John Dick Winters out there headlining and whatnot. You know him from Race to the Coffin comedy tour, and then we got Mindful Brewing.
Mindful, yes, their last installment of their residency.
Yeah, that's they finishing up right before Hot Farm come through, and then Union Brothers afterwards. So I mean, and then after that we got North Country, man.
We just got a bunch of fun times. So keep listening to the cast, keep coming out to the events. We'll keep bringing that quality. All right, and in lieu of quality, we have to promote. Gotta get my voice together, get my vocals together. August 10th, we have Fresh
2019 Pittsburgh, PA, Nova Place, man. Come see us, man. We got 25 black brewers. We got 45 local collaborations. That's local breweries paired with black artists, entrepreneurs, politicians, folks doing well in the community for unique collaborations. We got like 20 food vendors. We got 75 other vendors. We've got 15 artists. We've got 6 musicians. We've got 4 DJs. Man, it's just gonna be insane. It's a festival with hella beer and it's hella black, man. So come see us, man. The VIP, we got Garrett Oliver. We got Guinness throwing out some shit with the little celebrity chef and whatnot, man. We got it's the craziest ticket going, man.
Can we hashtag hella beer, hella black?
Hella beer, hella beer, hella black.
And you can and you got to hashtag it like where you do the one on one line and the one on the other. Like hella beer, hella black. It's the same amount of no, black is one. We got what it'll still work. Hella beer, hella black.
As long as you capitalize the B in black, it's all good. It's all APA. So.
It's all APA. Happy day in the building. This is. I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about our guests because in lieu of a good time, good spread, good variety. We have special guests in the building. You will see the photographs. Please check up on us after you listen to this cast.
Yeah.
Because goddamn,
it's a bucket day.
It's a bucket day, and we're honored to have our guests. They're gonna charge us up. We got Double A in the building, Aaron and Adam of Pittsburgh Craft Beer Society. Say what up to the people.
Oh, what up, people?
Hey.
They might be drunk already.
I didn't think they came sober.
Yeah.
Like no matter what they brought to us, they had a little bit in the tuck for the people who already in. It's a secret society. All we ask is trust.
No, it's just the quality control process.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what you like to say.
I guess that's how you justify it.
So in his day job, he does spin. He spin the positive spin. He's in the what is he in the public relations department?
Yeah, he's in the happily married department apparently. He's a spin artist.
Ain't that what all husbands are?
The good ones.
Positive spin. Yeah, we talking about you. So let the people know who aren't familiar. What is Pittsburgh Craft Beer Society?
So, Pittsburgh Craft Beer Society is a community that we built, on Facebook as a start. We were trying to do something different from what we were seeing as far as social media with the craft beer scene. There was just a lot of negativity amongst people, and we were missing some of the community aspect, trying to get people together and spend more time together than just online talking about beer. Sorry.
And just to add to that, so basically, I mean, to the point about the negativity, the internet, social media just makes it so easy for people to dump out negative opinions. And one thing I'll say is that when people meet each other face to face, it's a completely different experience. You become invested in just being more courteous, simply because
you become human.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between
you can't talk that shit because they in your face
exactly.
now.
Exactly, you're human now.
You're exposed
with real fists in the face.
Exactly. You take me and Aaron and put us up against anybody who's a keyboard warrior. Odds are, I think we'll have the edge.
So I'm interested. Because in our experience, in craft beer, it's been all positive. I'm hearing that there was negative before. Like what? Well, it's all positive. Damn it. Well, I mean everything, and it's not every single interaction.
It's been mostly.
I don't go out of this jaded at any point. Like I may dislike. I mean so nothing that's happened. I've never looked at it as an industry thing. It's someone within, and so it's someone within, and there's always one bad apple and.
Well, I think what we were seeing was those bad apples were clustering together, and then you were getting multiple bad apples, and then people would try somebody new comes into the group, they would post something about, oh, I really like this beer, and maybe it's not the greatest beer in the world, or everybody starts somewhere in your journey, right, on craft beer. And then just people would pile on them about
negative Nancy ass mother.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You like that? Yeah.
Motherfuckers with the necks talking out their necks. The motherfuckers.
And then you see those people never talk again.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're trying to be a community, right, we should all have a voice. And I want to hear about what you like. What's your journey? Where did you start? Where are you coming? How's that progressing? That's what I love about the community.
Yeah. Not coming from an asshole place. But,
I mean, exactly.
No, I mean it's crazy because like I'm actually surprised at how much that fucking strawberry lemonade natty ice that I'm seeing on the motherfucking like on the interwebs and like all these groups, which is wild as fuck to me because I grew up drinking natty ice. That was the thing that I can afford, and now like people are like, oh man, this is a drinkable thing, and like I don't know, my first reflex is be like, what the fuck is that? Like, yeah, I mean, and just go at them like, what the fuck are you doing? But I was just like, let me just, I ain't gonna,
Natter Days is real.
That Natter Days,
stuff.
whatever,
That's real
yeah,
stuff.
like and like.
Wait,
But then
Natter
that's it's a strawberry lemonade natty light or natty ice or or natural beer. Is it natural beer? Is it natural light?
I don't think there's anything natural about it.
That doesn't sound natural.
There's natty light, there's natty ice, but like I've never seen natural beer. Like I mean,
Right,
like I've never seen. So like I don't know if this is just natural strawberry lemonade.
No,
like,
no.
Not even the strawberries are natural.
It didn't taste credit where credit's due for what it is at like 60 cents a can. It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I would prefer that over any of those silly, goofy Bud Diabetes Ritas,
Yeah.
I would drink Natter Days over that any day.
She big on the lime. She'll have a party, have a whole setup of the Ritas. Peach, lime, turkey. She got all the Ritas.
Oh my God.
The hangover.
She got
buffet.
all. Oh yeah, that. Well, you go to cousin Renee crib. You coming out with your stomach hurt.
No.
I think she takes pride on that.
No, you get the hangovers and you get the sugars.
Yeah.
I mean, but a thing like Natter Days wouldn't even like be unless you had some kind of like forum where you could share and be like, yo, actually this ain't bad if you're out. Like now I've never even had it yet, but like, if I see it in a bucket somewhere, I might be like, all right, I ain't mad at that. Let me see what it's hitting for.
And
I might not
know
finish
if
the
I'm-
can,
I
but it's
don't know
okay
if
because it
I'm-
was only 60 cents.
Right.
Well,
Also, to relate it to Pittsburgh Craft Beer Society, so our share was that last month that
Yeah, last month. Yep.
Yep. So our share last month at the Pennsylvania Market and Strip District. So we had somebody brought like a case of the Natter Days, and
Not somebody. We know who it was.
Oh damn! See, now you heard that review. You heard that review. No, I definitely can't fuck with the Natter Day. And with that review,
I ain't say go buy a case of it. I
You
said
ostracized.
if you see some shit floating around, maybe crack it, sip it, and then
how's
forget
gonna,
about
how's
it.
gonna
Like,
float if somebody ain't buy a case? But you got to bring another case with that case,
you,
right?
you could get the 6-pack.
That could be
right?
case
Maybe-
B. It could be the supplemental case to the actual share case. That stay in the trunk. You like, yo, I got this.
Just
you
the-
like this? I got this Natter Days to chase it with.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And you get 30 of them, so I mean, it's a good deal.
So like, okay, so can we now that we've talked about all the things we can drink,
Happy days are
can
here.
we talk? Can we drink some of the like this bucket that you got going on?
Yeah,
Yes.
we've
'Cause
been wasting time.
we haven't
We've
wasted
been
time.
sitting here like
Valuable
we've been sitting
drinking
over
time.
here. We've been talking about like Buzzy was like, oh man, this podcast will be crazy. They're gonna bring whales. I don't even know what the fuck a whale is. I guess if you could explain that to me, but I would like to get into some.
Yeah, get us into all the share nomenclature.
Yeah, all that shit.
That's an Adam.
I don't even do beer shares all like that because I don't never have beer to share.
All right. So this terminology kind of took a life of its own. So, somebody referred to like years ago trying to chase that rare beer as, hunting the white whale. As more and more beers came out that were being considered, or evaluated to that effect of this is an incredible beer, very limited release, and people lining up, trading all sorts of crazy shit for it. And it basically came down to calling it a whale. Then it took.
I was like, there's two of them. One of them is talking, and the other one is not opening beer. Like,
Yes.
maybe you need a tool. I have that. As
I
a
didn't want
drinking
that
partner.
to get on. I'm sorry. I didn't hide the mic. I tried to say that away from the mic. Y'all teaching us to share nomenclature. We showing you how drinking partners get down.
Oh, yeah.
Either you be smoking or you be passing, man.
So these thirsty gentlemen on the side over here, like waiting for us to.
So hunting the white whale. So anybody ever show with some fugazi?
Yeah, outside the natter, like what's the worst thing a motherfucker brought to like a beer share where y'all was just like, listen, man, we wanna. We gotta
have a
be
meeting.
nice, but
We gotta have a meeting. The board's gotta come together. Like, yo, are we gonna let him continue his membership?
No. In all seriousness, I think the most aggressively difficult beer that someone brought was that Evil Twin You're in the Jungle, that one that's like stupid crazy hot, like incredible peppers.
Like chili was in that bitch.
Oh, I think it was
the same. It was
habaneros?
hotting up and in the jungle at the same time.
Right.
Same day. Somebody brought both. Hotting up is gumbo beer. Like, it makes a great gumbo.
It's super spicy and super salty.
Oh yeah, like a marinade. You know what I mean? So what is this?
So this is Dad's Nuts.
Dad's Nuts.
I'm
From
gonna pause
Fury.
that every time you say it.
So that's from Fury Brewing.
Okay.
So this was a collaboration that Fury Brewing did with Dad's Hat Rye. It started from an event that we, the Pittsburgh Whiskey Friends and Pittsburgh Craft Beer Society, did together at Fury Brewing.
Oh, word. I
did.
just got into the Whiskey Friends, so I mean, shout out to them.
Thank you for being.
So we did a Boilermaker event where we pair beers and whiskeys together, and this collaboration is what came out of it. And then we sought out the Dad's Hat rye barrels to make a amped up version. I don't know.
So basically, this is the first barrel age release from Fury Brewing Company.
That's
so
nice.
from that Boilermaker event, the consensus was the best pairing for the Boilermaker was the Nuts of Fury brown ale with the Dad's Hat rye whiskey, and that's what inspired the whole notion of, hey, let's check with Dad's Hat, see about getting rye whiskey barrels, and we're going to make an imperial version of Nuts of Fury and age it in the Dad's Hat barrels, hence Dad's Nuts.
Yeah. So okay. So let me ask you this: in naming a beer, how drinkable does the name have to be?
Here's the
Dad's
He's
Nuts
like,
is-
Ed is feeling a certain way about
Yeah,
having
Dad's
Dad's
nuts in his mouth.
on it.
Yeah,
in his
Dad's
mouth, right?
Nuts is hard to swallow. Pause.
But that's kind of why we stuck with that name, is because it just writes its own jokes. all day.
Well, you'll notice when you put Dad's Nuts in your mouth, toward the end you'll get like a chocolate leathery taste.
Ooh. So this is the beer that opens the share. This is the icebreaker.
This is
This is the icebreaker beer. It's like, I'm very interested in like the share etiquette. So is there like a style or a certain, like, do you try to lead in with a lower ABV? Like, how do you?
Sometimes, really, the thing you want to do is if you have a bunch of people over and you have like 20 bottles of beer, you don't want to stack the same style like all the way through. You don't want like a whole bunch of imperial stouts and barley wines together, because that's
palate
just
fatigue.
that'll lead to Uber getting a lot of business that night, or a lot of people crashing on the couch. But the other thing is, you need your palate reset, because if you have
we
like
got the water here. Is that what the little bottles of
Yeah, I
water
told you,
here
Buzzy
is
on
for?
his shit. Buzzy was on his shit. Buzzy was excited.
I see.
It's happy days. You're happy. Buzzy's happy. I'm just like, look
Oh,
at the
Buzzy
team-
knows what he's
look at
doing.
The team winning.
Well, the goal is right. The goal is to attack your palate from different angles,
Yeah,
right? So
okay.
you have, if you have a sweet beer, then hitting it with that sour is going to cleanse everything, and you're going to get different flavors out of it than you would if you just did sweet on sweet on sweet on sweet.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. Like, I mean, after you get punched in the face with the hops, and then you hop after hop after hop, you'd be like, come on,
Everything
man,
tastes
switch
the
it up.
same. Yeah.
It's kind of like whenever you like eat something really sweet, and then you have something bitter next to it, and it like kind of clad and it's cool or whatever. But like, if you have something super sweet and then something less sweet, then it just like, you ever do that? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you just be like, this ain't even.
Well, do you have food that you like to pair with beer, or certain styles of beer?
Yes. So typically, I like to pair food with
beer.
alcohol.
But do you have something that one particular pairing that resonates in a certain way?
So the thing that I've gotten really like, I like stouts and porters with some kind of like heat or something like that or whatever, because like it'll like the chili. You know what I mean? And then as it washes over or whatever, it'll kind of activate, like, I mean, like somehow like the herbs and the spices or whatever that's in the stout are activated by whatever spicy food or whatever that I'm eating or whatever. So like I like that combination. That's probably my favorite.
kind of like a mole.
Yeah, no. I mean, but that's part of it, right? Like, so you're hitting your palate with something that's, the food hits a different zone, and you get a new experience out of that beer.
Mm.
And like for me, IPAs, I love the oil and vinegar potato chips with it for whatever reason.
I've never paired a chip.
Oh man,
gotta try it.
There's a new idea.
Yeah, that's British, right? That's always right. Chips and beers, right?
Yeah.
I always thought IPAs with burgers. I mean, it's just
Oh yeah,
those just go really well. But I typically that's what the staff is there for. Like, you tell me what beer I should have with this.
I feel like burger would go with everything though. It's a motherfucker.
Yeah, but
burger.
it's just but like when I'm eating a burger, it's a certain feel. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to with the beer. I'm not trying to like blow my taste buds up either. Like I'm really trying to get into the meat of that burger and you know what I'm saying, pause. But like.
It's probably. I mean, I could see like the hops and like that kind of like setting off like some of the seasons in the patty and whatnot. Man, I don't know. I just
Do they do like themed shares?
Oh yeah, sometimes
Is
we'll
there
say
like a stout share?
well, those can get dangerous.
Well,
Well, we did.
ain't nobody give a fuck. Like ain't nobody gonna feel bad for y'all. Do a stout share.
We did an Easter share, which
Okay.
was Easter candy was the theme, right? So
Okay.
bring beers with these different candy flavors that have
candy?
been added into
Okay.
it. So peanut butter beers, chocolate beers, even licorice made an appearance.
And
Okay.
then various sour beers taste like Skittles.
nice. we got some more folks
Gotta go
coming in
to
for
a
this
themed share.
particular beer share. More beer to be shared. This is awesome.
This is someone's relationship is gonna end tonight.
Yeah.
I don't see me making it through this share.
So what do we have up next?
All right,
You know what I mean? I think we got some you folks over there.
What
y'all
do you
thirsty over
drink
there?
after Dad's
I feel like,
nuts?
I feel we got some thirsty folks in the room.
What do you have
follows
after
Dad's
Dad's
nuts?
Oh, here,
nuts?
actually, I think just to
Trip
reset our
CVS
palate.
follows Dad's
Yeah.
nuts.
we're gonna go ahead and rinse these glasses out as is per the rules of engagement.
So wait, what did you bring out here?
So here, this is Berry Berry. It's a double fruited sour, so it's going to be very fruit forward with some tartness, and it's from Charlestown Fermentory. And the reason I make relevance to that is a few years ago, I used to live in Charleston, South Carolina, and these guys produce some incredible beer. This, in my opinion, is probably the best brewery in Charleston. Their head brewer used to be at like Trillium and Tired Hands, so the guy knows what he's doing.
Berry, quite contrary. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up. Love the color.
Oh man.
That's a sexy beer right there.
Oh shit! Look at that. Oh, is that a smoothie beer or some shit? What is a smoothie beer? Does it have to have bits of fruit in it for it to be a smoothie beer?
To be a smoothie beer, it kind of has to be thick. It's got to be a thick boy.
But this is thick. Like
Oh no, this is not that thick. Well, actually, it's a little thick, so it's not quite smooth. Smoothie almost looks kind of creamy.
Does it have to have lactose in it?
Usually, yes.
Yeah.
this is thicker than I thought.
I love me a
thinking
good lactose beer.
It has the look of like a saison, but not the
Lactose
feel.
pulp. Nice.
You
nice.
using fancy ass
Thick
words
pulp.
for beer.
Yeah, look, man, I be
Saison.
drinking
That's the
enough-
first 215 episode. I think the first time he said saison out this motherfucker.
Well, then we was just
Yeah.
dealing with the wine people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, low key on the wine.
You know what I'm saying? They was saying all this shit with the
Pinkies out, bitches.
trying, trying to talk to wifey and teach her what she drinking, and then fuck it. So this is what style? This is sour.
Oh, where do we?
Is that an open glass over there? Oh no, probably not.
So all right, so you're
Yeah, there we go.
walking
There's the
through.
beer.
So we're going on the journey with. So like, who heads the shares? Is there a master of ceremony at the shares?
I guess that's me. Yeah.
Okay.
So I set everything up, get the locations established. So typically we work with all the breweries.
Mm-hmm.
We contact them, try to get something done. Sometimes we do stuff with alternate locations, like we did with Romulus Pizza. So we were at the PA Market last month. We've been pretty much everywhere downtown that'll let us. We're in the Pittsburgh region that'll let us.
Sounds like us.
And then we've been in Westmoreland County, we've been in Butler County. So we go wherever people want us to be,
Oh man, I was gonna
and
say.
wherever they want us to, wherever the breweries want to work with us, to have these shares and celebrate beer and celebrate their brewery. We try to always include the brewery in the event. Like, do they want a theme?
Mm,
Do they have something coming out at that moment that maybe we could riff off of?
mm.
But yeah, I guess I'm the master of ceremonies usually.
So how do you tell a brewery that they're fucking sucking it up and they need to do better? Like, how does that happen? Like,
Here, Aaron, let me take this one because this is actually kind of how I got my job at Fury Brewing Company. So when Fury opened a little over 2 years ago, I live in Monroeville, so they were the closest brewery to me at that point. I was like, oh, nearby brewery, 15 minutes away from me. I'll hop down and try out their stuff. I was very underwhelmed by their stuff when they first opened, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll come back in a few months. A few months later, I came back. I was like, okay, there's some improvement in the product here. So that's when I was talking to Ryan Slicker, and
Shout out to
Slicker.
Ryan. Yeah.
Fuck
yep,
Ryan.
Slicker. But
Slick got more game than a little bit. Go ahead.
you must be this tall to ride, Slicker. But seriously, Ryan took constructive criticism. He would produce a beer. He asked him as well as Tom Jenkins. They would ask me, okay, what do I think of the beer? I tell them, this is what I'm getting, and this is what I expect. And then over time, Ryan kept closing the gap on it. And I was like, you know what? You're producing a pretty darn good product now. I mean, I'd back this. And that's when they asked me to hop aboard. So, yeah, it started with me telling them, hey, your beers suck.
Damn.
I think there's a way of doing that, exactly how Adam did it, right? You do it without, shooting down what the brewer's intent is or like what he's trying to do and say like, look, just you're missing on this note or you're missing this flavor or whatever. You can say it sucks without being brutal about it.
And without the pageantry, like, like you pulled him to the side. You wasn't just all like, all out in the fucking open being like, hey, yo, bro, and then like your fucking beer, dirty glasses.
And
And
I'm not jumping on Untapped being like, worst beer I ever had, 0.25 stars,
worst beer ever.
Well, then a month later, be like, meh.
Yeah,
Man. Oh, the man is nasty.
You motherfucker. Like, don't take all the time and effort to log on to your account, fucking pull this shit up, type out meh, and hit post, and then wait for motherfuckers to see what it is. Because meh doesn't match the effort that you put in to make that.
Meh with a period.
Yeah, meh.
You gotta put the period on.
You put too much effort into this fucking post for it to mean meh. Like no.
It took you more clicks to get to the page to write
the right meh.
Right.
There's a lot of actions for meh. That's you felt a little deeper than meh.
The meh dude got the app on his phone.
He one click
from the but that's nasty. That's
he got
a
the
level
automatic review. He got like 3.
That's a level of commitment, though. That's a level of commitment that I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you just type M and man automatically comes up. Like he been man for a while.
That's like appception.
You got like the presets and shit. Like
that's nasty.
So what's next? What's next in this bucket? Listen, man. If y'all listening at home, this is a bucket day. I thought you thought we was lying. Ooh,
we got the other half.
Is that the other half?
That is the other half.
I only knew that motherfucker because I saw it in the live and flesh yesterday. Just So like I was like, oh shit, that's the other half, and like I didn't even know what the other half was until yesterday. So shout out to Mike Potter. Out here expanding my knowledge out this motherfucker. But yeah, I got some in the fridge for y'all a little later. I'm gonna break some of this shit open.
Other Half is one of my favorite breweries. What they produce, I have not been disappointed by anything they've produced.
Where are they?
They're in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a New York City original, so I'm happy to see some good stuff come out of my home space.
Shout out to Norlex Belma, brother of the cast and whatnot. I was hanging out with him the other night down in New York and whatnot. And yeah, man, the fucking BK and the other half, like it's a dope ass spot. Like right across like Manhattan. Like you can go in there and you can walk there from fucking Manhattan if you happen to be in the city or whatever. So
shout out to my boys Big Shad and JTG. Crime time.
Yeah, I don't know who they are, but that's. I fucks with them just off age.
That was the enthusiasm. the enthusiasm won me. Shout out to you guys. So what is this that we're drinking?
So this is Other Half Double Daydream or Mosaic Daydream. So it's a double dry hopped IPA with Mosaic.
That bitch, got a little funk in that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, Other Half IPAs are so good.
So
So is this a hazy? Is that what you call
Yes,
this?
this is a hazy. Yeah, the main thing is
little cloud to that bitch.
exactly. If it has a cloud and it's meant to have a cloud, it's a hazy.
And if it's not meant to have a cloud, then you
somebody fucked up.
you gonna get a
Need you
visit.
and Adam.
Adam gonna sit you down. Yo, if you had an Adam sit down,
Gonna pull you aside.
you had an Adam sit down.
Check
Right?
your inbox.
He'll take you in the Hell's Kitchen or whatever.
You're gonna have the talk.
You're gonna have the talk. What's on tap with Happy Hour?
How many breweries have you improved through the talk?
Probably all of them.
Okay, there we go.
He batted 1,000 over here.
Is it soft flex? Every brewery you had.
This nigga's Harvey Keitel. He's the cleaner out there, like the wolf. He's the wolf.
Ray Donovan.
Oh, you ain't tell me you was sending Adam.
Hey, you know,
All you had to say, nigga.
He show up to the door in a black suit with a briefcase.
I'm the hero you need, not the hero you deserve.
He show up like, I heard you got a new stout.
You got any towels?
Is your glass clean?
Oh shit. Okay. Well, let's keep this motherfucking train going. What we got going next?
Now, how does one, while we grab the next beer, how does one become a member of the organization?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So
glad
there is
you asked, too.
there is a Facebook page, Pittsburgh Craft Beer Society. Note it's all 4 words, not to be mistaken with another page that is similar, but 4 words, Pittsburgh Craft Beer Society. Make sure that when you attempt to sign up, there are 2 questions on the page on the sign up that you must answer in order for your membership app to be approved.
Oh, you
So
can't
you're
tell-
gonna start. You're gonna
can't
stop
tell the
that?
questions?
Yeah, like
Oh no, the questions are:
Like everybody sitting there like,
are
all
you
the
21?
non-members
like yeah. And what are the?
Are you 21 and will you abide by the rules of the group?
Okay.
It's
See, that second one's the second one's the one that gets you.
Yeah.
I don't even know the rules.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna abide.
but
to-
you abide by them.
yeah,
Yeah.
y'all ain't even gonna give me the fine print. Y'all just want me to check this box.
Do you accept my name? Like,
I assure you, Ed, you'll accept them.
Well,
Yeah, it's kind of like a South Park episode.
no, I mean, yeah, that shit. That seems like I feel like you gotta have you gotta have some like pygmy stage where you show up to the share and you gotta carry all the coolers or something before you like become a full-fledged member.
Oh, you mean like some pledge hazing?
Yeah,
hazing?
well, no, not hazing. Just volunteer. You ain't in until you start carrying shit. Like,
yeah.
Well, we do ask people to. What I ask is that people post something like tell me
Content.
something about your
Yeah.
what beer you like. Like put something out there. Reach out. 'Cause
Interaction.
That's what the group's there for, right?
Man, I hate the lurkers, man. I mean, I get to some degree like wanting to see people interact and enjoying that or whatever. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's a couple of groups I'm a part of that like sometimes I just watch the drama in that shit like unfold, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, it's cool, but I mean, so I get it to some degree, but I also recognize that I'm not being helpful to the group by just being a lurker. Yeah, I mean, like that shit is just, for me, it's like reality TV. I don't really watch TV. Definitely don't watch reality TV, but I will scroll some comments on on a beer post.
I mean,
the comment section can be
Yeah, quite
Entertaining.
quite entertaining. Yeah,
and that is what we try to not have in our particular group. We try not to have the drama.
Yeah.
People do pretty good policing themselves and shutting drama down within the group. So I mean that's what we're trying to avoid, and that's part of what we didn't want to have happen. All that drama and all the bullshit
Negative Nancy ass.
yeah. Of people talking down to you about your beer choices.
Man.
My beer choice is my beer choice.
How
Yeah,
you
man,
talk
there's been some
down?
questionable ass beer choices, man.
So
I mean, I like Dad's nuts. I mean, I said it. I said it out loud.
I'm gonna pause you, and I'm looking at this beer y'all put on the table.
what is
the
this?
Black Magic Panther. I feel weird after Dad's nuts. Now drinking the Black Magic Panther.
Oh,
barrel
this
aged? What?
Yep. It's Scotch. It's Westbrook Brewing Scotch barrel aged Siberian Black Magic Panther. So it's an imperial stout aged in Scotch barrels. And
Don't pick it up and then put it back down. You gotta get a sip of that.
pour it in
Like,
Don't be
he
bashful.
put he all bad. He picked it up and then was like, all right, let me just put it back. You better get you a little sip of this motherfucker before it's gone.
So this beer I brought because this speaks my language, which is I love whiskey and I love stouts, thicker, richer stouts, and that smoky, peaty note that this has is just heaven to me.
I love peat. Like that's the Scotch. Like, see, now that I can afford Scotch. And when I say it's for Scotch, I mean that my friends can afford Scotch, and I'm in the same room as them. But like, I love the smoke that comes. You know what I mean? Because like I can't.
Very smoky.
Yeah, it's smoky and like and I love smoke, but I like you. There's really not a lot of cheap scotches out there, and then the cheap scotch, like the cheaper of the scotches, are really bad. I mean, they're
the bottom
like
shelf
licking
is-
charcoal.
yeah, it's harsh. Like, yeah, I mean, so like if I'm gonna drink it, it's gotta have there's like a level that like I said again. To be honest, I can't afford it. But I've had the opportunity to have a few good ones, and I'm like, because like I like whiskey, and it's crazy because it's whiskey with a Y and not a EY,
right?
Which is, I guess, what is it? Scottish versus American.
Yeah, Scottish, Japanese don't have the E.
Yeah,
and then
well, I mean, Japanese.
Irish.
I feel like the Japanese don't really have. Like, they just have a version of Scottish whiskey.
It is,
and not really their own version of whiskey. Is from my understanding. Like,
they are doing some. We're veering off of beer into this other category.
Oh,
but
beer
yeah.
is just whiskey is just
It's a
distilled
gateway.
beer.
It's all
isn't it?
gateway. Yeah, to a certain extent. And there's a whiskey coming out where what they did was they brewed a beer and then they distilled it and then they aged it and they're aging it in a barrel. They're going to age it for 4 years and then they're going to release that as a product.
Yeah.
Which will be the first. It's actually the first time that anybody has truly taken it through the full process. The other ones they were beers that they then tried to turn into whiskeys, but that never with the intent of becoming an actual whiskey and aging it that long in the barrel.
Really?
Yeah. So, and I can't remember the name of the company. It's somebody new, but should be fun.
And they're going to drop 4 years from now.
4 years.
That's hella anticipation.
Yeah.
Why you put the teaser out?
And that's
Can you ever hype too much? I mean, can you is that
4 years in advance, right? That's a lot of hype, dog.
Yeah, you gotta tell me about that. Like 6 months. Like, I mean, that's you gotta drop. Like you say, you gotta drop the trailer. Like, drop it in January for that summertime release.
The trailer video is 4 years old because it's taking you through the whole process, but it's
4 years from now, man. I don't even know if you won't be open as a business. You might not.
you don't
be
even
married.
know
Like,
if
there's
somebody
so many-
might be bubbling under doing the same thing. Somebody might be in the tuck with it. And they drop it.
Yeah,
2 years in because they. Oh man.
Because we shut our mouths when we talked about it. So yeah, I mean, y'all over here with all this hype, and we just gonna cut you.
Yeah, we brought somebody in to speed up the process. So you made mention of bad beer choices. Is it when you're at the share and no one's drinking your beer, do people take that? Like being the dude he go home with the full shit he brought. When you leave with everything you came with, how does that feel? I'm sure
have you ever been?
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't think
like,
they wouldn't let them be the guys on the cast if they had to leave with all their beer.
No, I feel like you might have had to at some point in your beer experience be the dude that like, or you went adventurous or some shit, and you just.
No,
Like,
well, I mean,
I think I could bring this beer into a share and get a ton of shit from people the entire time because of the peat and the smokiness of this. Some people would be off put by it and would have no problem telling me like, "Are you trying to smoke me out? Like, what are you trying to do to me here?"
Whoever uttered that phrase in a negative way?
Yeah, I was going to say,
to-
like,
you'd be
trying to smoke
surprised.
me out,
You trying to smoke me out?
Yeah, like, that's true. Like he said,
How
I'm like,
dare you smoke me out?
Ed the doobie dick.
you unappreciative.
But this is like an extremely well-crafted beer. I mean, even if it's not your flavor, you
should be able
can
to appreciate
it, like
the quality and the craft that went into it because I mean smoke is a premium, man. Like I feel like I mean like reals unless you're dropping like that fake smoke shit in there or whatever, then it's like go fuck yourself.
No,
but like
no,
if you're
that-
really
that's
smoking,
how you smoke somebody out.
But I think that's part of the
Fake
problem is like everybody is sensitive to something, and some people are super sensitive to certain things. Like my wife can't drink an IPA. To her, it reminds her of cilantro. She hates cilantro. It all tastes like soap. and
I actually
hops.
hate cilantro, but I actually like IPAs. I hate
Oh
cilantro.
man, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking
Fuck
my heart.
cilantro, man. That's ugh.
But for her, they both taste similar, and it tastes soapy to her, and she won't go near it. Like, and she can't. She watches me, and there's like a pained look on her face every time I take a sip.
Yeah.
So I said,
Damn,
more.
it hurt her that much. When you, that's what 20 years of marriage.
That's
do?
what 20 years does.
Okay.
Yeah, and then another one of our admins or moderators, he can't stand sours. Hashtag Persh. But
I don't know.
We're trying to do a charity event where he has to chug a sour. For we're gonna sell tickets and raise some money for charity, and he has to chug some serious sours.
Yeah. I mean, I feel the same way about horseradish, man. Like, if you're gonna put horseradish on a motherfucking sandwich, tell me, man. That's a very offensive flavor. It's offensive.
That shit called horseradish, dog. I would have never. There's
It's
no way
offensive.
I'm ever trying that.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's called
so
horseradish.
you should like have it like in the ingredients list. Or, like, I was at Panera and I had got the little sandwich or whatever. I got all the way back to the break. Like, I was on break. Got back to the break room or whatever. I bite into this motherfucker. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Like, I can't even. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
the worst feeling.
Yeah.
Or like when you go to the burger spot and they put the extra shit on your burger and you're
You're
like,
like,
I'm petty to try to take it back. Plus,
Oh,
my
you
30
on
minutes.
time.
I only got 17
Yeah,
minutes
like,
left.
And I don't really like to call a motherfucker and make it like if you forget, say, a packet or like an item or some shit like that, I can still eat it. I could get through it or whatever. But like, I can't eat this whole motherfucking sandwich. That's the whole thing. Now I'm hungry. So that was one of the few times where I had to call the man, like, yo, man, like, y'all fucked my shit up. I expect come up in here, like, yeah,
That's who you
like,
are?
yeah, like I had to.
He talking about 215. You learned something about
Like, I'm
motherfuckers.
telling
All right,
you, man,
Karen.
I had to hit it. I was like, listen,
All
man.
right, Day.
I was like, listen, man, I'm sitting here. I'm about to be hungry for the next 4 hours.
Yo, working in customer service, I hate that guy.
I'm about to be
You
hungry
got
for
to
the
explain
next.
your whole situation to me. I'm about to be hungry for the next 4
I'm just
hours.
saying, I don't want you to
Fuck,
think-
nigga, I'm off at 2.
hey, somebody Photoshop a Karen haircut on Dave.
They the dude with the folding arms, the meme. Fucking just they in the hallway of his job. I'm gonna be hungry for the next 4 hours.
I definitely talked to the manager on that one. Listen,
Hungry
who do I
for
need
the
to talk to about this horseradish? Like,
Yo, if a dude ever called my job and told me I'm gonna be hungry for the next 4 hours, man.
bruh, horseradish will bring out the little half do in me, man. Like, no doubt. List that shit.
So I brought this horseradish beer.
Yo,
No,
I wouldn't even try to fake it with that though. It would be a hard pass. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to let Dave review that one.
What's next on deck?
We got Hopfly Freestone IPA.
What's Hot Fly?
Actually, I don't know Hopfly. So who brought Hopfly?
Who brought Hot Fly? Nobody. No, y'all
That's
just.
that was
Oh,
Oh,
Uh,
somebody just doing you know what I mean? Yeah,
that was a cool
Oh,
ass
those guys
moment.
aren't paying
Yeah.
attention.
That was just a cool ass moment. Like, who brought Hot Fly? Like, I just got a bucket of shit.
I was about to say, like, did we get that cool where motherfuckers are just throwing random cool shit at us?
You
Like,
be at the share like, yo, who brought?
they don't even want credit. Y'all want a credit for this motherfucker? Y'all just okay. Yeah, I mean,
Fine, if nobody wants credit, I'll say
That's-
I brought it.
nice. So, what are we expecting
It's
from
a
this?
fly ass label though.
Yeah, the label's really nice, and let's see, Freestone IPA. So I'm guessing it'll be pretty hoppy.
Did you bring that? Okay, all right, Mike Potter.
Peasy in the building.
All right. We trying to figure out what
Soft flexing off the mic. He flexing on us over here, man. Let's go flex on us. And he
Where-
got the Black Brew Culture hoodie on. Okay, it's all,
where is
all
that?
the flex.
Where's this from?
Rocky Mountain,
Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. Shout
Rocky
out-
Rocky
Mount.
Mountain High.
No. It's Rocky Mount, not Rocky Mountain. Because when they hear
right,
Rocky
my bad,
Mountain,
my bad.
oh, they get offended.
My bad, bro.
Oh man, they get
Are you
offended.
speaking for him?
What's that? Yeah, I'm speaking for him because I actually
You ever
went
see a
in there.
motherfucker talk to you and it's all in his neck?
Wow, you know a motherfucker got set right.
Motherfucker talk at me for a second on my own shit. I was put me in my place. My bad.
Somebody from Rocky Mount, like, chin check this nigga. Like, yeah,
Yep,
like,
yep.
He got a real. He was like, listen, Please don't fuck this. If you ever
Not in my
are
presence.
in the vicinity of Rocky Mount, I cannot stress enough that it's a mount.
They put a bounty on him.
Yeah,
They
seriously.
put a bounty
No
on
age.
him. If they ever heard Rocky Mountain in his presence, if he was
Oh, my God.
associated with, yo, he on parole. He on parole. You cannot associate with Rocky Mountain. fam.
No.
They took his shoes. It's like, don't let me see anybody you even know talking about this.
Leave
No.
that extra
Y'all can
syllable the
relate to
fuck
this.
outta here.
No, let me tell you, y'all can relate to this. It was in an elevator. I was overhearing the conversation. I heard Rocky Mountain, and she was. It was a very old. I mean, she was at least 75 years old black grandma. She spent 2.5 minutes
Yeah, you
sitting there
don't-
lecturing me on.
Yeah, you don't
it's
want that
Rocky
on your
Mountain.
head.
No,
You don't-
that's what she did.
You don't want the 75-year-old black woman on your head.
Nope.
She got all the spice. Nope. You don't want none of them problems.
Yeah, and if you cough at her wrong, there's probably like 8 motherfuckers in the vicinity just waiting to beat you down. I mean, like, yeah, listen.
No, but I had to correct you because, somehow, some way, she'll hear about this podcast and hear
She'll
Rocky
find
Mountain.
you.
She'll find
Hell
it.
yeah, she
She'll
will.
find you. She won't find. She don't know me. I wasn't in that elevator.
I'm covering my ass.
Was that an Adam moment? Was that a pull aside? Was that moment?
Ooh, the wolf got wolfed.
That's how.
That's
That's
what you said.
That's how he became who he is. She gave him the tools on that elevator in Rocky Mount, North Carolina,
He went on. His hair was black. He came out. It was all white and like.
and that Best Western elevator in Rocky Mount. A star was born.
Sad part, I think it actually was a Best Western.
Yeah, you don't get that type of attitude at the Hyatt. That's a Best Western. You ever slept on a Best Western mattress? You got an attitude about everything.
Best Western, where wolves are made.
That should be
That's
the.
the.
You want to send your son out and let him experience struggle? Book him a Best Western. Send all your kids on the college tours to have them stay at Best Westerns. You gotta graduate. You have to graduate, bro. This is your future. This TV got 3 channels. None of them work.
They all UHF too.
No HDMI hookups. Nothing.
You get a guide and 3 fuzzies.
The best thing in this room is the dresser, and you don't need it. You don't need it. The last time you used a dresser at a hotel,
There's a Bible and a Chinese menu that don't exist. This restaurant has been closed for 25 years.
Man, that's some Stanley Kubrick shit.
look, they left you a little towel animal, but it's an animal that you don't want to see. Fucking chipmunk or some shit. Like, what the fuck? The pit bull. It's a mutt though.
So wait a second, what were we doing?
I don't know.
This is where legends are born. So I do like the fact that you are pulling out in a fashion that is keeping our palates shocked. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
you
he a
did not.
professional.
Yeah, he did not pull out like
the
stout
MC.
after stout. Like, I mean, I like how you followed this smoky with a nice little IPA to come back. Yeah, I mean, to the people.
MC status. He's a
So-
master of
Trying
Trying to
ceremony.
clean that.
Yeah.
Clean that
I done
palate
fucked
up.
it all up.
MC means moving the crowd. So I mean, what's next now?
We are going to brew gentlemen. We're going to break out the end. So
think
we're
we
a
might
little,
just-
a little
I
I think we
stout
might
and a little
know them
vanilla.
a little bit.
A little bit.
We might
yeah.
know them a little, man. We find
Think you-
shout out to the peoples, to the gang.
I got to strip some wax. Give me a minute.
Okay, oh, nice. Get the
See,
wax bottles out
That's
here.
it's, to be the
215.
MC of this shit. Got to be tough because I just be pulling out the beer that I'm ready to taste.
Yeah, I don't even know. I would just
Be
pour
fucking
it.
all the pallets up. The pallet would be shot if I'm in charge of the share. Don't let me be in charge of the share. I ain't worthy.
So which one is this that we're drinking?
This is The End from Brew Gentlemen. So it's a stout. I think the primary notes are vanilla. So it's a barrel-aged stout with vanilla, if I remember correctly.
A word?
See, I already know how I'd have done the share because this would have been the last one. Because I thought it would have been super clever. Like, the end, y'all.
No, we're not that smart.
Mad corny. Like,
I do feel like that was the best time to have that. That dude, y'all may have dropped the ball on that. I am looking forward to it. Hold on, let me go see if my little dreamiest is cold, so I can. You know what I mean, I want to feel important, like I know shit about beer.
nah, I'm cool with learning.
Now, I was
Is
going to-
there an apprenticeship membership where I could just show up?
It's not really even an apprenticeship. Here's the thing: you sign up, answer the questions, and you're in the society. Now, that being said, if you're talking about getting involved in the actual brewery side, yeah, there are a number of places that are happy to have volunteers to help with canning, bottling, stuff like that, and they'll hook you up with some free beer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So no, do you run into this issue where you find non-active participants, but they always show up to the shares? And how do you deal with that? Because it's, how do you?
No, I mean, so far most of the people that come to the shares are active people. Like
okay,
they're the people that actually want to be
So you got
sharing
a good
beer
group
with
of-
somebody.
So you got a good group.
So that we don't really have anybody that's just trying to. We do get some people that are like that are intimidated by shares. Like, I don't know what to bring. I always get that question.
I would imagine that. Do they call you first? Like, yo,
Yes,
Aaron, look, I got 3. Which one?
yeah. I get lots of Facebook messages asking me like, well, is it like what's the style of beer? What should I bring? And it's always, what do you like? Bring that beer.
Mm-hmm.
If you like that beer, if you're willing to stand up for that beer, that's the beer I want to try.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I mean, because I can't drink every beer. I mean,
Right.
So the shares give me an opportunity to try a lot of new stuff that I may not try otherwise.
I thought that a beer share was like like you had to, it all had to be like aged or something like that. When I first heard about beer shares, I thought it had to be like everybody
It
pulling out
almost
of
seemed
their
like an
cellars and shit like that.
It
Yeah,
seemed
I
like
mean,
an elitist type.
I didn't know you could
situation.
just go pick up beer and then show up
Right.
and just share that beer. Yeah, I
We
mean,
try- We try to always preface this isn't a whale share, so that the people who are whale hunters,
yeah.
that they don't get their expectations shattered. And like, it's not that kind of share.
Are they hard to drink with, the whale hunters?
I don't know. I'm not
No,
one of them, but Adam's one.
Well, no, because you got the cellar with, would you say, 600 different?
So no, in fairness, the way our community's set up, we'll have. I mean, there are several folks that show up to shares who are capable of whale hunting or harpooning, I should say, and. But here's the thing: we understand going into every share what the expectations are, and we usually bring beers to fit the expectation. It's an opportunity to try something different. For a lot of people who hunt the whales, it's not like that's all we do, because otherwise we'd all be broke. I mean, most of us are not millionaires, and if all we did was hunt whales,
Most
we'd
of
all
you.
go
So
broke.
hook me up with the couple that are millionaires. You ain't say no. You didn't spilt the beans. Y'all got a couple millies in there, so we need to talk. Me and this millionaire.
Take a number.
We are looking for sponsorships.
So how do y'all identify the whales, the whale hunters? Do they have like a badge? Do they come in? They got like a sash?
Secret handshake.
They come in with a sash to the shit.
a sash and a wooden leg.
Well, it's one of the.
That grizzled seafaring look about them.
Do
The
you
long
graduate
stare.
into whale hunting? Like, do you there's the ceremony, like you have now officially been deemed a whale hunter?
Yeah.
No, it's just something that it seems to strike people, especially when they hit a level of income where they have enough disposable income to play this game.
Okay.
And what happens is whenever whales are being released, you'll see a lot of the same people, all lined up or all going to different places or all posting on various boards, Facebook or otherwise, in order to make trades to acquire these whales. So you'll see a lot of the same names because it's kind of like playing the whole top 1% type game. And that happens a lot.
So craft beer has replaced the Pokemon card.
Or craft beer is the grown-up
That's
version
all
of
the
the
Pokemon-
grown-up
yeah.
I
card,
see
yeah.
your
We all-
stout.
No,
I
under
got a
20
holographic. I got a holographic. Yo.
There's 5 of these in the
Label on
world.
this bitch.
I've got the hologram Tupac IPA.
It is very much that, for sure.
So-
Yo, the Pokemon
Because
cards was crazy.
I
growing
just
up.
pulled out this motherfucking Dreamiest. I just want to. This is my contribution out here. I'm about to pull out my little thing. I only brought the one, but this is a double oatmeal. It's a hazy Indiana dip, like it's
an-
India pale ale. It's like it's
Oat cream. Oat cream. It's
So what's
going to be
oat
cream. So basically,
I don't even know what the fuck I just.
when flaked oats are used in beer, it's to give it like a little more body, a little
body,
more
yeah,
creaminess.
that- yeah.
Creaminess. So it
and
kind
they
of
threw
has-
lactose in that bitch on top of it, so it's creamy from the lactose and the motherfucking
Oh
oats.
yeah, yeah. That's how you get some of those almost dessert pudding like stouts.
It was the 4-pack was heavy as fuck. Like when I like I had the 4-pack of Pounders and it felt like an 8-pack. Like that's how heavy this
All
was.
that oats had
and
settled.
drinking
Yeah.
the pudding pops.
So what?
But also from the other half is
so what
where
type
this
of
came
Pokemon
from.
is this?
This is the one with the hologram. Look at that hologram.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but it's
hologram,
gotta be-
yeah.
Look at the sheen.
But
on
it's got to
that.
either be
Yeah, I mean-
land, fire, water.
It's air.
It's
'Cause
air? Okay, it's an air
it's the
okay.
dream. You see the clouds.
So I gave y'all
The
next theme
dreamiest.
for y'all next share. Pokemon. You gotta
Pokemon.
come in. You got a land Pokemon. You explain it. So he's got an air Pokemon with this. What is it? A double oatmeal honey.
a double
honey bunches of
oatmeal,
oats,
a double oat cream.
It's an oat cream.
IPA
Yeah, it's
with
an oat
lactose.
cream IPA. Yep.
And
So what's
some
the longest
hops on that
description
bitch.
y'all ever had of a beer?
Well, I don't know
Because
about
y'all beer. These beers have been mad wordy.
Well, I don't know about description, but beer names, that's like half of Evil Twins beers with the really long beer names. That's like a run-on sentence.
All right, so hit me with one.
I wish I could remember all the words. I don't think there's a dictionary big enough for all the words.
I don't know. Yeah,
Hold on.
It's
Let me-
like-
let me smack that a little
Oh,
bit.
shit.
Oh yeah.
I thought you poured it first. From the
No,
label, from the
man.
I need to
Oh.
get a little bit too. Yeah.
Who's got a ridiculously long Evil Twin name?
Come on, say it.
That's a
speak into the
short
mic.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, Imperial Biscotti Mexican Cake Break. Yeah, that's one of their shorter ones. I mean, what's that other one that's like,
Imperial Biscotti Mexican Cake Break.
Yep.
Yo, that sounds like some freaky sex. That's like code. Like when you in a room with your wife, you'd be like, "Yo, Imperial Biscotti Mexican Cake Break." And
No,
it's-
that's asking her to go to Tijuana with you for an Imperial Biscotti Mexican Cake Break.
Ooh.
Nah, that's gonna cost me money. Ain't nothing freaky about me spending money. I earned this. Are we good? Everybody set?
I think.
I
Yeah. I
think
think.
so,
I
yeah.
mean, I like the. I like all of the, yeah, I mean, the
All of our-
camaraderie
all of our
and all that,
episodes
and making
should
sure
be
everybody like gets a little bit of the taste and whatnot. I mean, like it's such a community thing, you guys.
From now
And
on,
that's-
all of our episodes are shares. That's all we do.
That's all they should be. Yeah,
Pod
yeah.
live from the share.
I think we would happily supply people for a share at every one of your podcasts. moving forward.
Go.
Shit, listen,
It's on wax.
we be out here. Like,
you ain't stripping that wax. It's on. Buzzy, you got that?
Yeah, don't edit that out, Buzzy.
No.
We got a sponsorship.
After 215 episodes, I finally found something. I'd be like, listen, keep that shit.
We got it on wax.
After 4 years and be like, yo, cut that shit out. I'm like, listen, make sure you record that and put it on.
Yeah, hold that. We just gonna send you a voicemail,
Oh,
and it's just gonna
be that.
have your.
Hey guys,
My
wondering
ringtone.
if you're still coming.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, then we just play the clip.
Miss you.
I'm going to put somebody
Hey,
else
Flip.
on the spot. Y'all got North Country coming up soon, right? Yeah, you make sure Austin Barnes brings something from his cellar.
Austin. Yeah, no, I saw. Listen,
Austin
man,
is a whale hunter.
I just had his
Austin, bring the sash.
Yeah,
Hashtag Austin Barnes on the spot.
Adam just outed him.
I just had he did a sour what was it blackberries? I don't know, it was blueberry. It was like a blueberry cobbler.
Yeah,
That
that's
shit
right. Yep.
Blueberry
It was a blueberry cobbler sour with lactose, man, and like graham crackers and shit. Shit was ridiculous.
You know what's fucking me up about that? Cobbler doesn't like a cobbler's not a thing. It's only peach cobbler to me. I've never had a
Yeah,
different
I've never had
cobbler.
anything other than peach cobbler. You're
Like I don't know what a cobbler is now. Now I gotta
So,
define cobbler separate.
I don't
from
know what a
peach
cobbler is either.
Isn't
No,
that,
just fuck
isn't that
my
who
world
repairs
up.
your shoes? Right?
I don't know
Cobbler.
who that is.
That
Cobbler
was
does
the
sound
whitest
like a-
response ever.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
that guy.
Oh shit! Y'all be throwing bars at each other. It was kind of white. You know, white people invented
Look,
dudes working on their shoes.
That's white,
That was-
and it's a dad.
Y'all
joke. And I-
created
and I
dudes working on y'all shoes.
I hit
was-
all those notes.
That was a white whale of a joke.
Yo, that because to put a motherfucker in a building to shine your shoes on your lunch break,
Yeah.
that's extremely elitist. Like,
Yeah.
yo, what you finna do for lunch? I'm about to go have Earl wipe my shoes down. Why he got to wipe
While
his
I
shoes
read the
down?
paper,
You work inside. You work indoors.
you
don't
just
do
gonna
anything
get off, and
physical.
somebody gonna step right on the motherfuckers right afterwards, like you motherfucker. So I just
so
like so
I
it's-
should fire that guy because I work from home.
Oh shit! Yo, if you get your shoe shine at the crib, fam. If you set an appointment for the shoe shine, you just put on the dress shoes for him to shine them. Like you can send him the shoes.
That might just be your kids. That might be like kid labor.
Very well might be.
Like,
No, that's just a,
like I don't think enough parents exploit kid labor, man. And they I be seeing I be going to people's houses and shit, and they be like picking up and doing shit around. I'd be like, yo, y'all got all this free ass like these motherfucking kids is over here rent free to the motherfucker. They're like, oh, we want to raise them to be explorative. And be like, man, if you
No. My kids got chores. Kai
Explore
washes
the
dishes now.
Explore the dishwasher.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
No, she don't use no dishwasher. She washes dishes. She fine.
Exactly. Like
She happily washes the dishes.
You gotta make it fun for them.
Oh, it's got bubbles.
before they realize that it's a chore.
It's got bubbles. She's like, you give me opportunity to put my hands in bubbles? Yeah.
Ed's a chore salesman right there.
yeah.
No, all I could imagine is you sitting at home on your couch in basketball shorts and your dress shoes, and some dude coming to shine them shoes. Where the fuck did that coming to shine your shoes at the house? I want to get to that level of money.
I'm all about a service-based economy.
I'm just in a robe. I'm just in a robe. Like, here, I want these shine. Let me put them on. You got them socks that they give you at the shoe store, them little thin socks. You got them at home. You got a box of them socks just to put your shoes on to get shined.
The shine socks.
Getting your shoes shine on your ottoman. That's crazy.
So, two questions. One, where the fuck did that BBC go? Because I saw somebody pull out that fucking
He brought out the
culture.
That might be the closer.
And then two, well, if that's a closer, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure it didn't get lost in the wind because And
you
two,
thought somebody
what's
thefted
next? No, I thought somebody drank it without. Yeah, I mean,
So we still got actual alcohol too.
We still got So what's next? Tell us about
I knew
it.
this was going to be crazy because
tell us about the thing
in the group.
Tell us about the thing that we're pouring right here.
All right, so that's the unane, cherries and cranberries. So it's so the unane, they do excellent wild beers. So if you like it a little sour, little tart, they do excellent stuff.
That's a good change of. I see how y'all doing this with the change
cherries
of
and
super
cranberry.
sour. Now we been kind of muted, and then boom, go hit us with the sour.
Absolutely.
Wake up.
That's the best way to taste beers. I mean, you actually get the flavors when you're not just like tired of a flavor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You gotta mix it up. You know what I mean? You gotta bob and weave.
Keep it fresh.
You gotta diversify your portfolio. You know what I mean?
So I would imagine you've never seen a sour themed share.
No, we kind of had one accidentally that nobody brought.
Tell me a story.
Usually everybody brings like an IPA or a stout, but we had one where I think we only had 2 IPAs and like 16 sours.
Oh man!
So
a lot of people had heartburn.
Yeah, it was sour after sour after. It was a long day.
Yeah,
that's the hard part. With
the Tums out this month.
Yeah, the thing with beers with intense flavors or intense flavor aspects is that
that's
too
intense.
much of it will really wear you down, and it basically knocks you out for the day because you just can't handle so much more abuse to your palate.
So the sours can attack that high cheekbone. I don't even know where them nerves come from, but I don't even notice them nerves till I have a sour that's real sour, and then all of a sudden my fucking cheek, I turn into Frosty the Snowman. My shit just get all red. I never had a sour out of a bottle like that though, so I should have known.
Nice.
I should have known that was coming with some kick.
Ooh.
When you put a sour in a bottle, when you put a sour in a bottle like that, you know that shit packing some heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was the share was all sours like that. They were all enamel
I can
melted.
see how going
that's gotta be hard.
Sour after sour is gonna,
be tough.
like.
Are y'all sponsored by like Giant Eagle water?
I wish. The sad part is I work for Giant Eagle, so
That's not a sad part. You like your job.
yeah, that too.
Right. I used to work there. It was a good. Look, I worked at Giant Eagle and it was good for me. You could do what you want there. Mm-hmm. You don't really affect anyone's experience grocery shopping. There's no real service aspect of grocery shopping.
They're trying to take all the service out of it and put it in.
Because the service sucked. When have you ever been to a grocery store where someone was really helpful? No,
That's
they
true.
don't want to. They don't know where that shit is. On the
Nobody
shelf.
knows.
They have not been very helpful. Like they've been there.
20
Yeah.
more.
But like if they're there and they talk to me and they just be like, listen, yeah, no, you're right. You don't know where
Nobody
the fuck you're at.
greets you at the grocery store.
Right.
Don't nobody know exactly where the shit is. You be like, yo, where's the almond milk? Oh,
Somewhere between aisles 1 and 42.
well, they gotta keep it cold, so you gotta look for a cool. Like, niggas don't be knowing.
The people stocking don't even work there.
The people stocking don't want to speak to you at all. Yo, if you spoke to a stock person at the grocery store, they look angry. Like, that's not in my job description. I didn't say you need people skills.
I get the same thing at
You
Lowe's.
see me in these knee pads. Like, you see the stock person, they got the knee pads. That means don't speak to me.
Next.
Next.
Yeah,
well, actually-
I'm going for a
we
record.
going?
I'm going for a record for this podcast, man. Like, I mean, I'm trying to get all
I
of
thought we
the.
were saving that.
We've had.
Oh, good point. Yeah,
we've had
we can
some
go here.
crazy
That'll be a
ass
good
shares,
segue.
but I don't know if we've had
Pop one
this
off.
many.
Bro, I'm
beers
still
on a
working on
single-
this sour.
Hey,
I should have poured a shot.
let's go.
I should have poured a shot. This sour,
And we got a room full of drinkers. Shout out to all the room, like the
Oh,
folks
we got
helping
extra
us.
motherfuckers
Yeah,
that
we got
came
extra.
in.
Yeah, I mean, shout
Y'all
out to
being
the-
extra.
to the drinkers. Are y'all?
after the cast.
Yeah, there's a share after cast.
Bunch
yeah.
of dad hats and plaid shirts in the building. I
Nice.
love it. I love it. It's a real share. That's what I'm talking about.
So what's next?
Next is Fury's chocolate-covered cherry
I
stout.
heard about this motherfucker right here now.
Yep. So this is
you said
definitely
15, 7 minutes ago.
a.
Buzzy's drunk.
He's part of the share. That's what happens when you get the producer in with the share. 15 turns into 1500.
Oh
Buzzy
man.
he was like, look, I'm going to get to a certain level of drunk, and I'm just going to keep saying 15 minutes. They going to figure it out.
It's gonna be 15, and then next thing you know, he's like, and we're done. This podcast is gonna be like, oh.
This sour got my mustache sweating. This is, yo,
You got the Italian grandma lip.
yo, when your mustache sweat, you feel nasty, man. You feel homeless. Fuck is my mustache wet? Like, this is crazy.
I think
That's a different dab right there.
that's a new beer name right there. Mustache Sweat.
I mean, pay me if you
No, no, no.
whoever do it.
No,
Pay
it's
me.
it's homeless mustache sweat.
Homeless mustache sweat. I got the label for you and everything. You know, the homeless, they be having mad overcoats.
They should be sponsored by Burlington Coat Factory.
If they had sponsors, I don't think they'd be homeless. I mean, like, they should show up and be like, listen, man, I can wear half of this inventory right now.
But it's in their contract to be homeless.
I ain't say they had sponsors. Just you
Joke.
don't act like you ain't seen a homeless person with several jackets. How
Listen,
you got all these
that's
trench
true.
coats, man?
Those jackets have gotten me free shit. Like when I remember the first time going down to Fifth and Wood back in the day and being in high school, and old girl came in. She was like, "Look, she was outside. She's like, listen, man, you go in there and you just tap a couple of things. I'll grab them." Meet me out the back.
Whoa, he tapping something.
She's a booster.
Wow.
Booster, yeah.
Yeah.
So we walk in, touch a couple of things, walk out. Man, listen, that year of school, I was the nigga.
That's level 1 boosting.
I was like, I had about like $500-600 worth of clothes.
That's novice level
for like
boosting.
$85.
Yeah.
Like that, and it was a trench coat. So yeah, shout out to man.
Everybody's had access to a booster.
Ooh, them motherfuckers, like
I had a cousin. This motherfucker had a hotline. Them motherfuckers would call him like, "Yo, I need item stock number 1379703 from Macy's. Expect delivery by Thursday."
That's pre Amazon. Like that's like they missed an opportunity.
Like, hold on, is that in New Orleans? Let me see what Ralph doing. Hey, yo, Ralph.
A Boost network would be crazy.
Hey, yo, Ralph, you down there by that Macy's? I got a request.
Yo, to tell you, them boosters was nice. They used to boost from boutiques. Like, that's a whole different level of nice with the boosting. Like,
Yeah.
you can boost from a boutique because they only got 3 or 4 items of a kind on a hanger.
Yeah.
And for one to disappear,
You done lost like a quarter of your
Yeah.
inventory without notice.
and then you can't ask because everybody got a booster in their family, but you can never ask them. Like, I wanted to ask directly, how do you do it?
Yeah, that's the magician. You just be that's looking to gift horse in the mouth.
How do you walk in with one pair of jeans on, but you come out with several pairs of jeans on?
And you look the same.
You
size.
look the same. You look the same. It's 97 degrees outside. You walking out with 13 pairs of jeans on.
and you do it weekly.
Weekly. Yep.
Weekly, you're in this bitch, and they haven't caught on.
The alarm don't go off. How do you get the plastic thing off of the jeans? You done went online and bought the plastic thing remover. Like, that shit crazy.
That is one of my youthful jobs was working security.
I thought you was about to say one of my hustles was boosting.
No, I used to arrest the people that were boosting.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like
Story
giving out
time.
your black cherry.
So it's story time. What's the most items you've taken off of someone when you've arrested them?
So
And
probably
is chocolate covered cherry a euphemism?
probably like 100 different like tools, like sockets and wrenches, and I mean the guy could barely move as he was trying to run to his car.
Where was he hiding the tools?
Down his pants, in his
I'm
shirt,
sorry
around the
you had
back.
to do that.
Aaron, I'm sorry, that wasn't a wrench.
Yeah, but can you put those back on the shelf?
Nope.
I don't want to.
Ooh, how many?
Nope. That's
How many of your
that's a-
items have dried ball sweat
Got
on
the
them?
nut smud.
Like, I mean, how
and
many
suddenly
items?
we're back to dance nuts.
As a consumer,
I bought
as
a
a
wrench
consumer
with
in
the nut
Walmart,
smud.
how many of the items are on the shelves have ball residue?
That's the technical term, folks.
Bro, I'm shopping with gloves.
How many of them are?
from now on, yeah.
How
for
many
sure.
of them are quote unquote recovered items?
Is it half off if my nuts been on the wrench? I'll put my nuts on the wrench and let wifey go pick it up.
Do you have to send that to the company to be refurbished, or are you just recycling ball
The
sweat?
refurbished drill because my nuts been on it.
True,
That's a win.
true story. True story. Real story. A surefire way to keep what you took when you're caught. Shit on it.
If they're not
Friday
even
about to be lit this year. Is that what you mean? Because I had my eye on a 4K.
Yo, how do you shit on a TV? How do you shit on a TV? Yo, if I see Day in Best Buy sliding the TV out the box and shitting on it, oh man.
Hey,
When there's a will, there's a way.
I've had my eye. And if you mean to tell me, listen.
Yo, if you just at the register, just sliding the TV out the box.
Slide that bitch like a credit card.
Yeah, you got me a lot of shit. All you gotta do is crown and slide.
Like a credit card
Crown and
swiper.
slide.
You act like I ain't grow up in a lunchroom where you would just spit on some shit and be like, "Oh, that's mine now." Nigga, what?
No.
I just gotta slap a TV. Like that's mine.
We got a box. If you put your saliva on my stuff and claim it, we got a box.
Yeah, and we'll box for that 4K Ultra Sony. Yeah, I mean,
Yo, that's
what's
they put it in an evidence bag. Like you arrested, but you got to do something with this. We can't even use this for parts.
Nope.
This shit got fecal matter.
It was theirs. They took it. They went home. The police were like, "We don't want to deal with it."
I got a shit, honey. You want anything from the store?
Can I just like have shit stains in a pair of drawers and just wipe it? I don't want shit on that.
Well, I don't know if there's like a guidebook or like a shit on merchandise 101.
Yo, to carry a pair of shitty drawers in your wallet, carry shitty drawers in a Ziploc bag. And you just
crop
come in
dust this. Go crop dust this whole aisle over here.
No, it's not crop dusting. It's fence painting.
Level of booster. A new level
Tom
of
Sawyer
booster.
that motherfucker. You go Tom Sawyer out.
What's the outfit? What's the outfit for that booster? Does he wear a long trench coat? He come in like I Spy. Pull the Ziploc bag out. Get him, stop him. They gotta tackle him at the door because he just in aisle 3 wiping shit down.
This is what Ed said when he said you probably shouldn't start with the.
That's
the
what I was
hard
talking
liquor.
about.
This is exactly what he meant. What is next?
This is not my fault.
Well, actually, we still have that BBC beer.
What's
No, we gonna end with that.
We're gonna end with this.
We're gonna make sure we
Alright.
end with that.
All right. Well, let's get it back in the cooler then.
man.
Put that back in the cooler.
Let's go roundabout.
We have hijacked this
Shout
shit.
out, yeah, I mean, shout out to Roundabout. Shout out to Steve, them coming through. Steve and Hootie on the last cast. Killing it.
Well,
We got the
Cast after
Roundabout.
the last
Cast
cast or whatever.
before the last.
Somewhere in these casts.
Yeah, Steve and Hootie, then we got
Recent.
Cellar.
Got the
So what is
Roundabout
this?
Macchiato Stout.
Ooh, yeah, we fans of that.
Yeah, we
shit.
getting bougie now.
Macchiato.
We fans of that shit.
It's that Ricky Bobby. You spilled my macchiato. Yo, I'll be in Starbucks ordering macchiatos. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Don't look at me. I don't go to Starbucks. That's a little too bougie for me.
It ain't boot. Well, it's a little-
Yeah, it's a lot of. Well, I don't need to spend like $4.50 on a cup of bottom of coffee pot roast.
I don't know. See, I don't know enough. I don't know enough
I-
about coffee. I
don't
only
either.
drink coffee because it makes me feel important when people look at me.
Because you want to be taken seriously.
I want to be taken seriously. You need a coffee cup with that cardboard insert around it, and that you look important.
You call that camouflage,
I
right?
have that. I have one coffee till about 2:30 in the afternoon. It's the same morning coffee. I don't drink that shit.
So Buzzy gave us like the 10-minute. Can we rapid fire out there? Are y'all? Because I got like okay.
Yeah, we
so
left.
crowd.
we left Rocco.
I feel
and
like
JT out of-
y'all not keeping up with us. Or can we do a rapid fire? Are y'all going to keep up if we crack these and then I mean word. All right. So what's next? With the 10 minutes that we got left.
Oh, let's rapid fire. All right, let's rapid fire. Let's do it.
What we got? What's the last
No,
few?
this is it.
Day
pass
so, all
out.
right, so Day has
We got some folks stepping up. Like we got
Rocco
folks
to-
stepping up.
Rocco to-
Yeah.
Rocco stepped up with a lighter. I don't even know what the lighter has to do with anything.
What percentage of ABV are we working with that like it can be set on fire? Like
What did y'all plan? I don't trust y'all.
You did ask for a hazing ritual earlier, right?
Okay.
So this is
I know y'all got one. Y'all just couldn't share it.
This
on
is
air.
Dancing
I know
Gnome Wishbone.
I'm familiar. This sounds like a buzzy.
What's
buzzy
the
share.
story?
Yeah, this is-
Wishbone. Do, 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 do. I be knowing all the songs. man.
Hazy?
I don't even know who Wishbone
Hazy,
was, but I
yeah,
remember that song.
The Hazy-
It's a
Hazy-
dog. It was
Shout
a
out to
little
DG.
ugly dog. What's the story? Wishbone. Y'all know what I'm talking
Poor dog. Ripping on the dog.
Speaking of DG, Nappy Roots, they're pairing with Nappy Roots, who happens to also be headlining. the
about. Oh
festival.
no, hell no.
Oh no, hell no, boy. Y'all done up and done it. Oh no, hell no, boy. Y'all done up and
Ooh,
done it.
we gotta
Got him.
share.
That's the
every episode.
pairing. I didn't.
That
I didn't
hell
Yeah,
no.
Nappy
Yeah.
Roots. Nappy Roots is pairing with Dancing Gnome because Nappy Roots got a brewery down there. What is it? Atlanta, Mike.
My A1
Atlanta,
hell
Tucky?
no. That was good.
So that's
proud.
it's Atlantucky and Dancing Gnome. Nappy Roots is headlining. Come catch that at Fresh Fest, freshfestbeerfest.com. I also want to thank this society for coming out and supporting Fresh Fest last year because you were some of the few folks that in first year
early
coming out, just was like, listen, we fucks with y'all, do what y'all doing.
They call it first movers in business.
Ooh.
We loved it. Best festival.
Yeah, no, y'all
hands
were
down.
Hold on, he
shit,
about to
we
pay us
were
a compliment. Chill, he about to compliment. He about to compliment.
Hands
us.
down, best festival last year. Hands down.
No.
Hands down.
Here's what I'm going to say about it. It didn't feel like it felt like a block party.
Oh, it was a block party.
Everybody
Yeah,
came
yeah.
together.
That's exactly
the
what
vibe
it
Never
was
said
amazing.
that. Why did it take us 200 episodes to get that? Damn it. We gonna
No,
skip it.
actually,
we needed the wolf.
Actually, you know what?
We
The
needed
wolf.
the wolf
You
in that
Oh.
motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
Actually,
The wolf of craft beer.
well, I don't know. I forget if it appeared in that video or not, but by that guy who did that episode that was released in Miami. Yeah, I was interviewed and I
Aaron,
mentioned that.
you're on the dark. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I actually
Fresher
mentioned it.
Perspective. Shout out to Fresher Perspective. You
Yeah,
had a
y'all
chance to see
actually were
that
just-
at the Pittsburgh Film Festival this
22nd.
Yeah, 22nd out here.
Yeah,
So shout out to that.
I got the film festival the 22nd. Y'all got to share. So yeah, go to the film festival the 22nd. Go to y'all share the 23rd. Then go to Fresh Fest August 10th. Do you? So okay. So can we talk as we do our rapid fire?
I also want to shout out to Duke Davis, another fucking.
Yeah,
very-
shout out
Duke
to
Davis
the-
and Gannon Jones. And in fact, those guys, no shout out to them because Gannon Jones drop kicked me while Duke Davis set me up. So main event, no. You don't get any love from Happy Hour main event.
Come on, man. Duke Davis is my man.
Oh no.
We went to college together.
Oh no.
I knew him when
Shout
he
out
was
to
just.
Duke.
Oh
I remember
no.
Duke Davis when he was just VA to Sigma.
Oh no. Duke Davis at Quaker City Wrestling. I tossed his butt out and then I baseball slid into him and knocked him out.
Ooh,
But no,
see, I don't believe
even
it
know
until
how
I
that
see it.
works.
I gotta talk to Duke
Wait.
about that. I don't know.
First of all,
I
a
don't know.
baseball slide
I'm gonna
don't
have
even
to
seem like something that would knock me out. You fuck my ankles up though. Yo, you do a technical third base
Oh, no.
slide.
Oh no! He
Take
was
out my
outside the
cue.
ring. No, he was outside the ring. I was at almost his eye level when I came out. No, my
a-
baseball slid out through the ring and got him.
I'm gonna have to run that by Duke. I don't know if that happened.
We got to talk.
Hey,
We gotta
yo,
talk.
hey, Duke, holla at us. Let me know if that really happened the way he said it did, man, out here.
So wait, we doing our rapid
Yeah,
fire.
what's the next up?
Let's get into the. We gonna as you do the rapid fire. I'll be asking questions.
Yeah. All right.
So what's this next up?
Bring the next up. Oh no, you got it up here.
I'm 40% sour.
I'm
Why
40%
they keep
peach.
calling this? I'm 40%. What is the 40%?
Buzzy cutting us off.
What? Buzzy? What the heck?
Oh!
He's about to. Somebody about to get
Shut
drop
up,
kicked.
Buzzy.
Buzzy don't play.
Buzzy about this baseball slide to your Achilles. Your Achilles gonna be shot.
You in a wrong studio for
You
that
gonna be
shit.
Kevin Durant in this bitch.
Ain't no witnesses in this
He gonna
motherfucker.
be at the next chair in the hallway, dapping niggas up like Kevin Durant. That's a great stout. Way to bring that IPA, son.
All right. Well, just a quick story on I'm 40% sour. So the robot head is
Bender.
borrowing from. Well, I'm not naming
I
names,
want
but
some robot head.
yeah,
No, keep
Is this a smoothie?
you got to go to Japan for that.
Oh, that would be that robot head. It might be
Shit, that shit is thick as fuck. Is that a smoothie?
Well, it's an unintentional smoothie
Ton
because
of
what
pulp.
happened is some of the cans, like when we get to the bottom of a keg when filling up a can, like a lot of the sediment and pulp kind of gather together. So
Is that what is like? Is that the 40% of the? Is that what the 40%?
Sure,
is?
why not?
Like, why do they call it? I'm 40%.
Oh no, I'm 40%. It's the catchphrase of the robot that's kind of mimicked on the can. Yeah, no. Well, I'm not giving credit unless they're paying me money. So, but happy hour gets
The wolf,
paid,
My
bitches.
signature fade with the bevel blade. That's a major key.
But
Once
no,
again,
no.
we've been pulled aside by the wolf.
Yeah. But that being said, I'm 40%. Usually the character, whenever a material's mentioned, the character's like, well, I'm 40% whatever that material is. So hence the robot head reference and whatever fruit we put in, we just call it I'm 40% whatever.
Now, what do we like? I mean, what do we? How many we got? How many we got, Buzzy? Give me. What's the last?
He ended us before we opened that beer.
What 2?
Oh.
All right, let's huh? So let's I guess let's do another and then let's end with the and then that work. Yeah,
We were
Is that
going to
do?
finish with the
BBC.
with the BBC, right?
BBC.
Yep.
BBC, no offense.
For the culture.
For the
2.0.
culture. And if folks don't know, For the Culture is the collaboration between Black Brew Culture and East End. It's the first official collaboration for Fresh Fest 2019. You can catch this
Put me on my
and
ass, yo.
all of your
That FTC put me on my ass.
Your local, your bars, your distributors, Giant Eagle got it. GE, shout out to GE. I mean, like, and yeah, it's an Imperial Brute IPA. I was there while they was making this motherfucker. They threw some like zest in that bitch, some like orange zest and shit. It's all like fruity, a little florally, and it's dry to the motherfucker. And it's a 9-1. So
Yeah, is it 9-1?
and 9-1, yeah, no, that'll.
big boy.
So
So it's gonna put you on your ass.
Yeah, well, I've experienced it putting me on my ass. Wifey had a lot of questions the next morning, couldn't answer them, didn't remember, but I was safe.
I love that. My favorite part of that beer is that it's kind of, there's a little bit of a West Coast IPA throwback in there. That really earthy, dank, with that dry. It just what's that?
That dry yeast finish.
Yeah,
That's what I love about this beer.
Sure, Brendan Benson out there. I mean, he's in. What was it? What was the one that he called it? There's a name for it. The Savin or this Nelson. Yeah, that.
Nelson Southern hops.
Nelson, yeah. That seems to be making its round around these days. Like, I mean, I only heard about it for the first time then. And then I sort of seen it in a couple other. Like,
I've seen Nelson hops around a long time. It's just
Look at that.
If I remember correctly, Nelson
Look at that goop
Southern hops
coming out
are
there.
from New Zealand. Oh man, he's got some thick boy in his glass.
Now that's
Get my fruits. And
that's a
vitamins.
juicy right there.
Yes. Word.
That
So
is smoothie for sure. Look
So
at that.
is that?
Specifically bought that. That's why.
Yeah.
I bought the case of that. The thickest from the bottom of the barrel.
Nice. Word. So I mean, is that it? We good, Buzzy? We good?
The only thing
Buzzy wants us, so we probably still. So for the listeners, we'll probably still be here chilling, drinking, all that shit. Buzzy wants to do that off here because he wants to say wild shit.
Yeah.
So
I want to get some whiskey.
we didn't even get into
Whoa. No, fuck that. Before we leave, can we have some of this whiskey? Can you tell me about
Damn
that?
right.
hell yeah.
Well, then let's do that.
If
shit.
it's
Yeah.
here, you can try some.
Yeah,
So tell
please.
us about this whiskey because listen, I'm just getting, like I said, whiskey is a newer thing for me.
Yeah.
Given, I mean. So tell us about this. This.
So this Single Cast Nation. So this is Single Cast Nation, 28-year-old undisclosed. So Single Cast Nation, what they do, 28 years, yeah. So what Single Cast Nation, they buy barrels from distilleries that you might have heard of. This one happens to be Dalyoun, which I think is part of the same organization that has like Johnny Walker and I forget the other places. But what they do is Single Cast Nation buys up a barrel sight unseen. Like they don't know how long it's been, how any of the real details. They get all those details afterwards as they start tracing the history of the barrels and figuring out what everything is. This one happens to be a 28-year-old Dalyoun. So they can't call it a Dalyoun because it's not from Dalyoun, but that's exactly what it is. And it's 28 years old. I forget what it's proofed down to.
I can fuck with a 28-year-old.
Oh, yeah. Great. So this one actually isn't proofed down.
I'm saying, I'm at that point where I've aged out of some ages. Like,
No, for sure. Yeah.
maybe 23 rolling up on me. I'm like,
Yeah, you in a different generation
Hey,
at
you
this
sexy,
point. Yeah,
but you
you
on your
legal,
phone too
but
much,
technically you in a different. You a Zier.
I'm
or
not
some
fucking
shit,
with
like-
nobody that gotta go study later. I'm out of that.
Is your brain fully developed? Like we shit.
So this is actually cast strength. So this is 54.5%. So
Let me say that
Yeah.
again, because I'm reading it, but no.
54.5% ABV. So
That's what is 109.
yeah.
That don't
yeah.
even make sense.
Proof.
So as whiskey ages in a barrel, right? You get the angel share, so some of it evaporates off. So over time, water evaporates, everything.
I
So
heard
that's
methane is a thing that might like.
Yeah,
bleed
oh
that
yeah, for
shit.
sure, yeah.
Mhm.
So all that-
It's in your car and like start, it'll start.
like
Like if I poured this
Close.
in my car, it would start.
If you got it,
not quite. Maybe if you got that E85,
you might like get a mile or two. Like,
That's cool. Yo, that would be dope if you stall out and you just pull some liquor out. I see the gas station, but
she's just thirsty.
I don't want to call for that toast, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour this whiskey.
Man, McGeady, Mercy, yo, bitch, she's so thirsty.
We'd have to do a cost analysis to see what the price per ounce in gasoline versus whiskey.
Okay. Listen, man, I feel like that's some Arab type shit. Like, I only feed my
somebody
shit
to pour
single
some
cast.
Somebody's
down
pouring
in a
liquor in their
Mercedes
gas.
that runs off a single cast 30-year-old Scotch.
I gotta buy a bottle of
that's-
Hennessy every week.
That's balling.
Put it in my shit. Okay, so when you show up to the share with a 55 or 54.5, how angry do people get?
No, not angry at all.
Man, that's a lot after you. Because
the whiskey shares. Well, so whiskey shares are a whole nother animal.
Well, you do whiskey shares.
I gotta introduce you to a whole new world.
We'll talk about it. All right, so
the other one is Four Roses. That's their 130th anniversary.
I thought you was about to say 130 proof. I'm like,
I mean, it's.
motherfucker,
I forget what the proof
is
is on that, but it's not 130.
All right,
It is over 100.
So we're gonna jump into this whiskey, but we need you to let the people know where they can find you, how they can join.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to tell them the hazing rituals that I know exist, but let them know how they can be down because I can definitely vouch. This is dope time, and if y'all do this consistently, you do this monthly. So like,
yeah.
If you've been listening, you see, you listen to Drinking Partners. We have fun here, but this had a different feel. You know what I'm saying? The people walking around. Well, go ahead. Tell people where you're from.
Yeah, so you can find us on Facebook, Pittsburgh Craft Beer Society, Twitter, Pittsburgh Craft Beer Society, Instagram, all the above. We're on all the social medias. Hopefully this year we'll get our website up as well. Our next share is going to be an anniversary share. So our 1-year anniversary was yesterday.
Do you know what yesterday was? It was their anniversary.
So we got 1 year in, and last year we raised a little over $10,000 for charity.
Okay.
This year we hope to do the same thing. So we got our golf outing later this year. We'll have some stuff around.
Fresh Fest last year too, which is dope.
Yeah, I think we were around 800 at Fresh Fest.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we have our our anniversary share is going to be on July 7th. It's going to be a tailgate share at PNC Park. So we're going to do a tailgate with a bottle share and then go to the Pirates game if you're into that sort of thing. And if you're not and you hate the Pirates and the ownership, you don't have to go to the game.
Yeah,
right.
But come for the share, come tailgate. Yep. And then I hear there's going to be some kind of post-game action going on as well. So,
oh yeah, there's looks like we're trying to schedule a Fury Tap takeover at Mike's Beer Bar, formerly known as Beerhead. So after the game, come on out, get some Fury beers at Mike's Beer Bar.
And you'll definitely see us at Fresh Fest. We'll be there supporting you guys because, again, that was my favorite event, and Adam nailed it with it being a block party for sure.
All right, Day, I know you somewhere in the.
You can find us at iTunes at something at Drinking Partners and something at Partners Pod.
See, I told y'all motherfuckers don't do the whiskey first. I said it, and it drove us home. But look, great times, man. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate your support of Fresh Fest. We appreciate what y'all do. We're going to look into trying to, slide our application in. Get us in, you know what I mean? Don't make us go through the hazy stuff, though. But as always, Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family. And we out of here.
Cheers, everybody. All right, cheers.
I think I've drank so much I'm
Yes. Fuck it. I am very much glad.
Yeah, Tart. Okay, yeah, I guess it kind of looks like.
It does look like glass.
Also looks like something hangover.
I do that from the hangover. Oh, serious. You met me.